Nerd games rock.
Let me just say this up front. Splatoon 2 is fun. A lot of damn fun. And it's kind of hard to explain why. I don't know, guys. Something about covering the entire map with your ink is just so satisfying. And damn, does that sound pervy? Let's just say it's probably a good thing Nintendo decided to not make some of the ink white. Anyway, Turf War is a complete blast and will easily be where you spend the most time in this game. It's a race against time to see who can cover the majority of the map with your team's ink, all while shooting, paintbrushing, and dodging your enemies. Splatoon 2 offers other game types as well, but unfortunately, none of them are quite as satisfying as Turf War, at least in my opinion. You have your hardpoint mode, your capture the flag type mode, but none of them are really that satisfying, and it really sucks because these modes are only playable in the ranked and league match. There's no Turf War in ranked or league, so for me personally, I don't have much of a reason to play ranked or league. There is one mode, however, that is just as fun, if not more fun than Turf mode, and that would be Salmon Run. This game type is amazing. It's a cooperative horde mode where you and 3 other players battle multiple waves of enemies on an island trying to collect salmon eggs from the various boss enemies that appear. If all of you and your teammates die, then it's game over. But if all of you collect the salmon eggs within the time limit each round, then you win. This is an incredible addition to the series, and in my opinion, it is a huge reason for Splatoon 1 veterans to make the switch
Snip snap.
over to Splatoon 2. There's just one tiny little problem with Salmon Run. Nintendo decided to make it a timed event. Yep, for whatever reason, Nintendo made it where you can only play Salmon Run during certain times on certain days. I think they're trying to give the game a MMO feel with having timed events, but having an entire game mode as fun as Salmon Run being limited to certain times on certain days is a terrible idea. I think that if Nintendo had have had special Salmon Run events where there was a chance of receiving a really rare item drop on certain times on certain days, but while also having regular Salmon Runs available whenever, this would have served as a much better implementation. Anyway, since we're on the negatives, I guess I'll just get the rest out of the way. There's no way to change your class when you're in a lobby. You have to leave the lobby you're in and then go to the equip screen, which isn't a huge gripe, but it's a feature that has been in several online shooters like 10, almost 15 years before this game. I mean, I understand not giving people the ability to change their class when they're in the middle of a game, but in between games, why can't they change their classes when they're in the lobby? It's just more cumbersome. Another huge negative is the party voice chat system. You can only party up with your friends for a voice chat room for private matches, league matches, and Salmon Run. So if you want to party up with a friend and chat while playing Turf War, you're going to have to figure out another way to do so. Oh yeah, and the party system is integrated into Nintendo's new online Switch app, which I am planning on doing a whole separate video on later. But let me just say, it's awful.
Bro, you're just upset because you're some pasty ass white kid that doesn't have any friends. You dumbass.
What the... Anyway, despite these negatives, the game is still a lot of fun to play. I've never played the first Splatoon before, and I think that's part of the reason why I enjoy this so much. Since the concept of Splatoon is brand new to me, the gameplay is like a breath of fresh air. It's a very simple game, but simultaneously it's so unique and fun. Hell, even the single player in this game is decent. Don't get me wrong, the single player is not at all the main draw of this game, but it works and it serves as an excellent tutorial for the huge online portion of Splatoon 2. And Splatoon 2 actually has a single player. One of my gripes with ARMS was the single player was essentially playing the online portion of the game offline. Splatoon 2 actually has like bosses, different platforming levels and stuff. It's a pretty decent single player. To conclude, if you have a Switch and you've never played Splatoon 1 and you're looking for a fresh new multiplayer game, Splatoon 2 is absolutely worth trying. I don't think this game is going to be for everybody, but I think if you are at all interested, it is worth trying out, despite some of its setbacks. To be honest with you, I was a little skeptical. I wasn't certain if I wanted to get the game, but I had so many people telling me Splatoon 2 was so much fun. So a couple days after its release, I decided to pick it up, and I can't stop playing. I am addicted. Splatoon 2 was definitely worth my $60. It's just up to you if it's going to be worth your $60. Thank you all so much for watching. I would love to know your thoughts and opinions on Splatoon 2. Do you guys agree with some of the things I said? Do you disagree? Do you love the other modes that I really strongly dislike? Let me know. I honestly want to have a good conversation going because I can talk about this game forever, man. I really am enjoying it. Anyway, everybody, most importantly, go play some hard games.
Don't forget to subscribe if for some reason you want to see more of his pasty ass.